Hi, I'm Vince. And I want to tell you about a struggle that I've had when I started to work as a young professional. Actually, I was self-employed. I was working as a piano teacher in San Diego, and I had my little side business and my projects and my ministry projects, right? What wasn't really making any money, or I was just doing that for fun. But to really get some money in to pay the rent and to bring some food on the table, I was working as a piano teacher. And I had this constant struggle, right? The struggle was something like that. I was working, but I was just working part-time, because the other kind of half of the day, I would use that time to really get involved in just doing evangelism work with the church, right? We have a great care group network in San Diego. We were doing a bunch of evangelism work there with the local church, and we would just, try to reach out to the community. And so that would occupy lots of time, and I was so excited to do that work, right? But I had to pay my bills. I had to pay the rent, right? I had to bring food on the table. So I was working as a piano teacher, doing that a couple of hours each day, and then using the rest of my time to work for God. And that was a struggle, because I realized I was so, I wasn't having enough money to pay the rent. In fact, one day actually I just had, I think it was $7 or $9 on my bank account. And I was literally at the gas station waiting for that one mom or that one parent to pay me for the previous lesson, right? So that I would have another $50 on my bank account so I could actually get some gas, right? There was a struggle. The struggle was there, and I didn't want to take more piano students, although I could have taken more piano students, but then that would have meant that I would have sacrificed the wonderful work that I so enjoy to do, which is just, spreading the love of God and doing evangelism work. And so there was a struggle that was going on for so long, and I was like, I don't want to take more students because, I want to spread the gospel, but I have to take students. I cannot stop teaching the piano because I need to bring in some money. I don't know, maybe you've had that struggle too. It's like, it drove me nuts, right? And so I remember one time, actually, my good friend Dave from church, we had this great conversation. He said, okay, Vince, we need to get you more involved in the church, maybe get you in here as a part-time Bible worker, director of evangelism, director of music. I was doing all sorts of things. And I said, yeah, that'd be great. And then I heard about this thing called missional entrepreneurship. Missional entrepreneurship. What is that? Let me tell you what that is. Very, 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 very simple, okay? Missional entrepreneurship works like that. You have your calling, you have evangelism work, the gospel, the desire to bring God's love to the whole world, to spread the three angels' messages, right, with everyone. You got that, and then you got your talents, your skills, your passion, the thing that you really can do better than other people. And I believe you have a great talent that God has given you. I have talents. We have multiple talents that God gave us. You got those two things. And then the third thing is actually sustainability. What if you could, let me tell you this. What if you could combine those three things? The gospel commission, your talents, and sustainability. That's what we call missional entrepreneurship. And when I realized that missional entrepreneurship is possible, that you can actually have a business, a ministry that makes money, enough money so that you can bring some food on the table, but that actually allows you to spread the gospel full time, I was so thrilled. I was so excited. I was like, this is what God actually wants me to do. And I believe that's what God wants us as a church, as a people of God, right, to do. That's actually our calling, because how effective can you be as a missionary if you only, kind of pass out some glow tracts on Sabbath afternoon or on Sunday, right? You're doing these things, or maybe in the evening, you're doing some evangelism work. You're trying to be a good co-worker, a good colleague, and you're doing these things throughout the week. But it's restricted, right? You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of flexibility. You don't have a lot of freedom. Imagine this. You have a job, and that job is actually your own ministry, your own business, and it's also at the same time your ministry. You're literally going to people and sharing God's love with them. Is that possible? Absolutely. Is it God's will? I believe it is. Is it difficult? Well, I don't think it's that difficult. There are some protocols, there are some methods, there are some methodologies, right? Things that we can do in combination with the spirit of prophecy, with the biblical advice that we have to really make that possible. And when I heard about missional entrepreneurship, I said, I'm in. I want to do that for the rest of my life, because that's how true freedom, how true missionary freedom really looks like. Combining our talents, sustainability, and the gospel commission to finish the work.